talking about adaptations at FFA. What made you want to participate and teach FFA?
I have always kind of had a passion for the outdoors and for agriculture. So when I was deciding what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, I knew that I wanted it to pertain to agriculture. And then another passion of mine has always been teaching. I taught Sunday school when I was growing up, and I figured why not combine my two passions and teach agriculture.
When did you first start FFA?
I took FFA in high school when I was a senior. That was the first year that it was brought back to Sterling High School. So that was really the first year that I started it and got into it.
Can you explain how competitions work for FFA?
So this year it looks a little bit different. Everything has to be virtual. So right now our competitions just look like we get sent the materials, and then our FFA members compete. It's usually just like a test. In other years, we would actually be going to different schools, and we would be taking the tests that way. So we would go to a school and they would have the setup all put together, and then we would go through and compete with whatever it was, be it agronomy, meats judging, ag mechanics, stuff like that.
Who are people you would recommend to join FFA?
I would recommend anybody really. There are a million opportunities within FFA, whether it's leadership or applying agricultural skills, building friendships. So it's really a club for everyone, and anyone in an ag class can participate. But if you're not in an ag class, I would say do that first and then come out for FFA.
Thank you. For the adaptations at FFA, from the Sterling Exchange, I'm Xavier Farnham. Now let's pass it on to new clubs and sports coming in.
A lot of clubs and sports at SHS. Let's take a look at a few of them.
What made you opt for basketball?
I've always played basketball, and I've always wanted to play like high school basketball. Like as a kid, like seeing high school varsity players, I've always just wanted to like play.
Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. All right. Well, how has COVID affected you guys' season/schedule?
Well, COVID like it affected us in like June, and like we didn't really have like a summer basketball. I
Yeah.
think we had like 2 weeks of summer basketball, 1 week where we could have physical contact, and 1 week where we couldn't have physical contact. And then we started practice earlier this year into like October, and then like a little bit into November, but it's just been on and off of when we're gonna have a season.
I feel you. I feel you. All right. What are you looking forward to this year during basketball season?
Looking forward to like just having fun with just like the players and just having a good time.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be more like bonded together because Coach V was saying we'll play like Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, so 3 games out of a week, and that's a lot. So it'll definitely be better for us to be bonding and stuff like that.
Yeah. It'll be a good experience.
And definitely, I mean, last year in conference play we did all right, but we still have room to improve on. So looking forward to that this year.
That is true. Well, what made you join FFA?
I joined FFA because I did ag mechanics as like an elective, and you can like join FFA when you do that. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll join FFA then. So
All right.
yeah.
How has COVID affected FFA?
COVID hasn't really affected FFA except for like wearing masks and stuff. We were gonna go on a hike to Starved Rock, but we didn't go on that because of like weather, so that wasn't like COVID related.
All right. What are you looking forward to this year during FFA?
Probably some of the CDEs, like the competitions that we do and stuff against other schools.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What made you go out for bowling?
Last year I didn't get a season, so if there happened to be a season this year, which there is, then I was going to go out for it regardless.
How has COVID-19 affected your season/schedule?
For the first 4 meets have already been canceled. and we're not really sure how the format's going to work about bowling. I don't even think that my coach knows. Just all we know now is that we have to spread out. And even though it's considered a low contact sport, it's kind of high contact, at least before, because you have like 20 people standing in one tiny space at all times. So that's going to be different. There's no cheering or high fiving or anything, no spectators. And that's about all that I know now.
What are you most looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to being able to practice every day without having to pay for the games, because that really adds up every week. And I'm excited to be with the girls again, even though most of them are graduated. For the meets that we do have, I'm excited that we have them. And we have one tournament, but that already got moved from December to February, so I don't think that's really going to happen. But it'll be nice to maybe at least just have one tournament, because that's what makes it all fun for the most part.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Sounds like the winter season for clubs and sports would be an interesting one. Let's kick it over to the next segment.
Nutrition class is a new class at Sterling High School. It is an elective that benefits everyone who takes it. I'm Ayla Absher. Now let's go on to the interviews. How long have you been playing this class for?
Mrs. Barnhart and I started talking about introducing this class last October, and it came to fruition pretty quickly.
What got you interested in teaching nutrition?
It's something that we needed at Sterling High School with the addition of the greenhouse. We talked a lot about being able to offer a class that would kind of look at different sports nutrition, lifestyles, GMOs, genetically modified organisms. So we just thought it was a need, and I got my master's in health and wellness, so it kind of lined up well.
In the future, do you think you'll let any grade take this class?
COVID kind of changed that. Obviously now it is a junior senior level class. The one requirement that we have is that you pass Foods 1, preferably Foods 2 as well, which some freshmen and sophomores are able to do quickly enough. So I do not think that it's limited to juniors and seniors only, as long as you can get Foods 1 done.
Thank you. Was in the past, would you have taken it?
Yes.
So far, what would you say is the most interesting you've learned?
I've learned more about nutrition and the effects it can have.
Would you say this class is useful?
Yes.
Thank you. Hopefully, the nutrition class opens up next year for all students. I'm Ayla Absher. Now let's go on speech.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and let's take a look into speech
Well, I really like speech because it's one of the main things I do, and I like the people, and I like talking.
What made you want to join speech team?
Well, I heard about it, and they said it sounded pretty good because, like I said, I like talking.
What makes speech so special to you?
I like speech because the people are nice, and I'm a big fan of talking. And yeah, a bunch of different options. You can do it with your friend, or you can do it on your own.
Do you plan on doing speech next year? If so, why?
Yeah, I do plan on doing speech next year. I plan on doing it because it gives me something to do instead of just sitting in my house all day.
What do you do in speech?
Well, I do radio announcing, but there's a bunch of different other options.
Do you want to coach for speech?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to coach for speech. I always had much respect for my coaches because they helped me through a lot, and they just made me good at speech, so I want to help that with other kids.
Do you enjoy working with other people?
Not mostly, but the people in speech I can work with, everyone there is just super nice, and they just accept you no matter who you are, so it's just a really positive place to be.
All right. Do you have a favorite coach?
My 6th grade coach, he was my first ever coach. He helped me get the foundations for speech. I remember maybe her name was Jordan, I'm pretty sure. And she was just fun too to be around.
What are your favorite parts about speech?
Favorite part about speech is just the variety that they have for options, because you could like not even like speech, but you can join it, find something that you're good at, and you'll still be successful there. So I just like the variety of options that they have.
Is there any parts that you don't like about speech?
No, overall I'm pretty sure I like speech, except for just how they're doing it this year over like Zooms, but it's just because of everything, so I really can't blame speech for that.
Alright, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Looks like speech team's having a really good season this year. Let's move on to the next.